discharging.
Wait, I gotta take this off. Okay.
Shit.
Wait, I didn't want to smash him. Where's my med kit?
You drop it for the victory. I dropped mine too, so. Can you heal me? Thank you.
Where'd my med kit go? Where was I when he jumped on my head?
Can't you, like, hack your way to finding it?
You can, right?
I don't know where I was. Oh, there it is.
What's the text called? You know?
What are you eating?
A gross ass granola bar. It's really disgusting because it reminds me of like, well, school and like going out and fucking bike rides and shit. Bullshit.
The baby's calling you. They're right behind you.
Ah, I see, and he's just so quick. Like, what do I do about it?
They're all gonna laugh at you!
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Alright, someone's still on
Are you
hook.
AFK?
Is he still AFK?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why is he guarding the hook?
I feel so bad for this cave, but like, it's hard to keep track of someone that's not in call. Especially when I'm getting sleepy, man. If only you were in here just to yell at me when you woke up, you would not get left to sleep.
You got a pet monkey.
I got a monkey on my back. It's a gremlin fetus. Mama's first aborted.
Do you get like offended when people get abortions? Like, if you met someone and like they had told you I got an abortion, would you like be upset?
Let's not go through this conversation.
I mean, people are free to
How
kill
about
their
we
babies
just
if they
not
want.
Go
It's not
into this
gonna.
conversation because last time people got mad, and feelings got hurt. It's just-
I'd love to. I was honestly thinking about this earlier. I would love to have a baby just to kill it, just to feel what it would like to kill someone.
See, that's
And
weird.
not get arrested for it.
But you wouldn't even be the one killing it.
That's weird.
I know,
I don't know.
but it's like my
You wouldn't
power,
even
it's
like it. Wouldn't even. There'd
I
be
have
nothing
the power
there.
to just destroy a life that I just made, which is like something.
Well, it's
I
not even a
wanna do.
life if we're being honest.
Kate's dead. Well, technically speaking, it is. If you look at like babies when they're a couple weeks in the womb, they have
It's
features
so funny.
develop.
Are they gonna realize that they never made it to
Non-existent.
life? Are they gonna realize that things never happen? Like,
Bro, how are they gonna realize, bro, if they don't even have a brain to think? They're not gonna be thinking, wow, you know?
Well,
that's what I
They
mean.
don't
That's what I'm
wow.
saying. They won't. Like,
Like,
yeah, okay, it's a
They
living
don't- They're
thing.
not gonna care.
So, but what if that person was going to be the one that was going to come up with the cure for cancer? And then we just
That's a
eliminated
what
them.
if. That's a
What
what
if
if.
that? What if that?
Okay, so what's the difference? Like, okay, do you remember when you were like 1 year old?
I was a dumbass.
Do you remember when you were 1?
No.
Do you actually
No,
have
but I
any
remember.
memory of it, right?
No.
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 I don't
Okay,
remember
so then why
anything
not just
past
kill a
from, like,
1-year-old?
middle school.
They don't have any memory of it.
Why not?
It wouldn't matter to
Why
me.
not?
I didn't have a life at that moment in time.
Listen,
Barely
if you
knew
were
my
just
parents.
gonna be put in an adoption home or just bred up to someone that wasn't gonna treat you right,
But how do you know
might
that?
as well be dead.
How do you know that that's
Because
where you're gonna end up?
That's what happens if someone wants to give an abortion.
So nobody has ever.
Well, it has, okay, it has, but more often than not, it doesn't. Is the point.
I'm saying, like, what about the
Most
people that, like,
often.
you know how many people want to adopt kids and would give that child a really
Yeah,
good
but-
home, like a good
Yeah,
life?
and there's people that want to give birth just to have that, just to be like, yeah. But there's some people that just don't want it. There's some people that just want to have that brain. Sometimes some people like just wake up in the middle of the night, it's like with cold sweats, and it's just like, oh my god, what happened to that one thing that got taken that one time? Now they're having like, such a horrible life.
I mean, here's the thing. Everything comes back to a person's.
And even if they do grow up, they're gonna grow up and end up finding you and being like, why did you do it? And then now you're just gonna be having this person come up to be like, why did you do it?
Why did you do
Why
what?
did you do it? To just leave me. Why'd you just leave me? They're gonna always have
Well, first of all, that's a good question. And second of all, you don't really know what anybody's gonna do in the future. That's just, you're just presuming to know. And honestly, questions like this, they all revolve around a person's worldview. It's real simple. It's like, if you believe in a God, then you believe that God is the giver and taker of life. If you don't believe in a God, then you believe you have the right to kill whoever you want. It's like, it all revolves around your worldview. Like, for me, it's like I got, you know, when I was way younger, I made a dumb mistake and I actually got a girl pregnant. And we both decided that we were not going to have an abortion, but she went ahead and did it anyway, and I didn't have a choice in the matter, and that was it. So, you know, but my view at the time was very simple. It's just like I didn't feel like I just had the right to kill. You know, there are people that won't go step on a rock because they feel like, oh, the rock has some kind of consciousness, you know. It's really actually interesting because the same people that are really quick to kill a baby, like, won't hurt an animal or a tree, you know.
Trees.
I would if I
And I actually don't care about most animals, unless it's like a dog. Dogs are great. Cats are... deal with them.
I love kitties. Isn't that right, Storm?
My cat hates me, and I hate her. Well, I don't know about hate.
All right, so the
we
follow
don't love
worked.
each other very much.
The follow sound worked. Thank you, Joseph.
Weirdest
Well,
thing, it
I mean-
actually came down earlier.
And even if
Fucking-
you did get rid of the baby, who's gonna remember? Who's gonna remember?
Well, that's what I said, is that there's either a God or there's not. And if there isn't, then nothing matters. Kill whoever and whatever you want as long as you can get away with it. And if there is a God, then that's different, because...
Would you really get punished for that, though? Like, from a god
What?
or whatever? From a god.
For what?
For abortion. Because, like... I guess you killed some, but
Well,
it would be like...
It's like any other sin. As far as, like, what if you kill a human being, would you get punished for it? I mean, in this life...
I guess it depends if he counts it as... I guess it depends. I don't know.
It's like getting rid of
I guess
cancer.
it
in
depends.
the
I don't know, it's too hard to think about. My brain starts to hurt.
Well, it's no different than, like, well, you get punished for lying or stealing or, you know, doing anything that's is against
But doesn't.
the law. You know, there's
But
like,
doing something against the law is not abortions. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. There's the
it's
law
like
of the land, and then there's God's
apples and
law.
oranges at that point.
Wiggle! I need wiggle.
Well, I'm saying there's God's law, and then there's the law of the land. Like in America, it's legal to kill babies. Does that mean it's right Just because it's legal?
There is the action of non-consensual.
Yeah, I think
What?
we had this whole conversation last time. Yeah, what she's about to say. We've had this whole conversation before with another person.
What non-consensual what?
There's
Literally the same
people get
conversation we had with
non-consensual impregnation.
talking about people that are, you know, I don't know how you can't really say it in a nice way on stream.
You just can't say the word.
Like the Bill
Yeah.
Clintons?
I don't know the situation.
Okay,
there.
so
you know what we're going with.
okay, so then the question becomes this: do two wrongs make a right? So like somebody does something to
Yeah.
you, so now you do something
Yeah.
to the baby?
Yeah. No, it's not doing something to the baby, bro.
No, wait, I think we should have this
And that's the
conversation.
end.
People's
And-
feelings are gonna get hurt.
And besides,
That's the end. That's the end.
well,
The
I
end.
well I don't have
Book closed.
feelings.
Book closed. You
Nah, but
haven't
when
been
every,
through that before. As
every
someone who's
time
been
we
through that
talk
before,
about
I've been through
this,
that before.
I don't know why were you
People
Why
get
do you think I went on birth control? I didn't want to like say it, but like, you have to be. I'm on birth control. I was on birth control because I was careful. I was assaulted 2 times without any protection, and I was scared. And that happened in high school, without no one helping me. And they actually said, oh well, it happened in school. You didn't say anything sooner, so it was your fault. So we're gonna have to put you in some other school because you're a troublemaker. And who knows? I could have been impregnated, and at that point, I had to get an abortion. But would you say that's my fault that I had to get an abortion?
Well, I mean, you're talking
It's like
about
I
two
don't
different
think we should-
things, right? You're talking about two different
It's
things.
not 2 different things.
Well, first of all,
That's what I was.
those instances account for
Relationship, follow
like-
Twitter account.
those instances account for like maybe 1%. We're all dead. Those instances account for like 1% of abortions, basically, or maybe even less, like even less than 1%. But you know, you're saying two different things because on one hand you're like, oh well, if somebody's assaulted, then this. But on the other hand, a little while ago you said something like, I just want to get pregnant and have an abortion just so I can see what it feels like to kill a baby. Like you're making two totally different arguments.
It's not 2 different things, though. I mean, it's my body. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's not affecting anyone. At the end of the day, killing that person, it wasn't gonna end world hunger.
But what if you were aborted? You wouldn't be here. What if somebody thought of you that way and just like, oh, it's not going to affect anyone? Like, you just wouldn't exist right now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't live to see.
Yeah, but that's not to say the world wouldn't be a
That's just
different
how
place
the cookie
without you.
crumbles.
That's not to say that, like, it wouldn't affect anyone, because anyone that you've ever affected in your life and done good for would be missing that. Like, that wouldn't exist.
But if I wasn't there, there would be no difference.
I feel like I should put wall hacks back on, because I've been having them off this entire time.
Should just hunt this down.
I get your side, and I get my side. But at the end of the day, I still don't believe.
More with
I
you,
think things
Howie. I
happen
won't
for a
lie,
reason.
but I don't like the conversation because people's feelings get hurt.
My feelings don't get hurt. Everybody else gets mad when I say
I
things
know,
like.
and then I have to deal with it.
It's because people want people just want me to agree with them and say like, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. Go kill babies. Like, and I'm not gonna say that. So then they get mad because I don't just agree
And
with.
if you know me already, I'm not the type of person that just is just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hate you now. I mean, people have opinions. I can't change them, you know, and I'm not gonna change yours. And you know that already about me. I'm not
First
gonna
when we
force
talked
you.
about this last time.
Well,
they
people
weren't
seem
really
to
hate
get
us,
mad
and then they get mad.
when they can't force their opinion on me. That's what I've
And
noticed.
you know me, and I know.
Our
you know
opinions
me,
are
you know me.
different. I hope you know that, but I don't really care. It's whatever. Huh?
I mean, well, here's the thing. There's like 8 or 9
I
billion
try
people
to do
in
it
the world.
because I'm pretty sure your opinion is what most of my family believes, but I just don't see it. I was
There-
told when I get older, I'll probably want to believe it. You want something to believe in as you get older, but when you're young, you usually don't. That's what I was told.
Well, it's not. You know what it is, though? It's like everybody's personally invested in it, right? You have to think of it this way. Like, if you believe in a god, or like the god, or specifically the God of the Bible, then you know in your heart that you're accountable to that God, and you have to change how you live and live accordingly and live as if you're subject to that higher being. And you can't just do whatever you want. And people want to do whatever they want and not have anything to answer to. They just want to do what they feel like and not have anybody tell them they can't. And so there's a personal investment in rejecting God and just saying like, well, I don't believe in God, because if I believe in God, now I have to answer to God. They think that if they just don't believe in God, then they won't have to answer to God. But that's not necessarily the case. Like, if I go commit a crime and I have to go to court, you know, and I just say, well, I don't believe that the judge exists, so therefore I'll never have to answer to the judge, you know. It doesn't mean the judge doesn't exist. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go get the death penalty if I go do a crime worthy of it. And so that's kind of like uncomfortable to people to tell them that, oh, you might not get away with everything you think you're getting away with in the end.
Where I'll end up with all the people like me, that's all I know.
What?
Wherever I end up will be with all the people that are just like me. Like-minded, fuck, whatever you want to call it.
Right on a hook.
Well, you know, that's the other thing, is that, like, you know, that's what the Bible actually teaches, that we're all sinners. We're all the same. Like, you know, like I might not do the particular sins that you do, but you might not do the particular sins that I do. But, you know, when we compare ourselves one to each other, it's like you might look better than me, or I might look better than you. But when we compare ourselves to God, we all fall short. So, you know, technically speaking, we all deserve to go to hell.
I favoritism more on Satanism beliefs. I don't know. I read a lot on that. I've read more stuff on Satanism than I have on Christian Bible.
Yeah, but why? So how do you not believe in God yet you believe in Satan?
I don't believe in Satan. I'm just saying
That's
I
right.
like more their beliefs.
I believe
What
in
is the
light
beliefs? The beliefs of Satan
Yeah.
are like pure evil. It's just like,
Treat people the way they treat you. You are your own god. You know.
well, that is the biggest lie of Satan. You are your own God, but that's not the case, because think about it. Like you just said, like, you can kill a baby without it.
It's not the fact of killing a baby. It's the fact of I can do whatever I want because it's my body.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
not the
okay.
fact-
So
it's just the fact is
so God forbid you were diagnosed with cancer tomorrow. Like, if you're your own God, you could cure your cancer, but I don't think, like, people don't have the
God can't even
control.
cure cancer.
You're leaving us right now already?
Well,
Yeah.
God can do whatever God
Must
wants to do.
you? Not
But you get what I'm
know?
saying, is like, your life is not like every breath you take is given to you. You're not in control of it. If you died in a car accident tomorrow, there's nothing you could do to stop that. It's like it's out of your control, and that's the problem with people thinking that they can be God. They can, like, you got to really think, like, you're in your early 20s. You know, this world's been here for thousands of years. Like, you're not as powerful as you think you are. Nobody is. We're all human, and everybody that's ever lived has died. You know, if we were our own God, then we could just make ourselves live forever.
Well, when I say you are your own god, what do you do to your god? You worship the god. So, in meaning, you worship yourself. You are your own. How do I say? You are your own
Well, think about this for a
orb.
second. This is why the very first commandment. You would think the very first commandment would be something like thou shalt not kill, but that's not even the first commandment. The first commandment is thou shalt have no other gods before me, because that is like the biggest problem with humanity is that they want to be God because they don't want a God telling them.
Oh, if I don't believe in any god, we're cool. As long as I'm not believing in one that's not him. Just wondering.
I mean, the bottom line is
I
everybody.
believe in everything happens for a reason.
Well, then, that doesn't make sense because if there's no God, then there is no reason for anything. Like nothing matters. There's no reason for. There's no purpose. Like the only thing that could
Well,
bring
that's my
reason or
view.
purpose, huh?
That's exactly my view. What the fuck?
Honestly, it seems like you are trying to prove me something when you were saying not to prove you something, but it seems like you were just doing the thing that you don't want me to do to you. I mean, yeah, I get it. When is this gonna end? We said my story, you said yours, and you just keep going on and on and on.
We're trying to keep
Oh,
you
this
here
and
because we don't
that.
want you to leave. You just don't realize that. That's all.